is used in baking industry on a large level. This is used in preparation of bread, pastry, cake, biscuits, etc. Yeast is used for making dough. Microbes are also used for the production of alcohol, vinegar, acetic acid, and wine. Sugar is always found in barley, wheat, rice, fruit juice, etc. Yeast is mixed with them to prepare alcohol and wine, and this transformation of sugar into alcohol is called fermentation. Okay. Now, yeast is something that is used in a lot of baking industries. Okay, to bake cakes, pastries, cupcakes, and everything. Okay, on a large level, on a very large level, so that they can like get a nice size and shape, and they can become soft and fluffy. So it is used in bakeries, okay, baking industry. Like many other things are also made, like bread, biscuits, and all. Okay. Now, microbes are also used for the production of alcohol, vinegar, acetic acid, and wine. To make all these things, okay, alcohol, vinegar, acetic acid, and wine, sugar, yeast is added to sugar. Okay, yeast is mixed with sugar, and then it ferments and then gives us alcohol and all of these things, vinegar and wines. Okay, so this process in which yeast is mixed with these things to prepare alcohol, when the transformation of sugar to alcohol takes place, it is known as fermentation. Understood? It is known as fermentation. Emma, turning your video. Emma and Abraham. Now, who discovered fermentation? This person named Louis Pasteur discovered fermentation. He was a scientist who discovered fermentation in 1837. That by adding yeast, sugar, we can obtain alcohol and all. He discovered this in 1837. Okay. Then there is medicinal use of microorganisms. Okay. Medicinal use, that is, in how it is used in medicines. Some bacteria destroy other bacteria, which becomes the cause of illness. They stop the growth of bad bacteria, and good bacteria are used in medicines. So there is good bacteria and bad bacteria we saw. Okay. Good bacteria that is good for us, good for our body, bad bacteria which is harmful and makes us ill. So sometimes to treat the bad bacteria, good bacteria is given to us. Okay. So that they can kill the bad bacteria. And this good bacteria is used in medicines. And antibiotic medicines are an example of it. They are various diseases which are treated by antibiotics. Penicillin injections are used in some diseases, and medicines like antibiotics and penicillin are prepared by such bacteria which destroy bacteria causing illness. So that is why, like it said, that first, if you're taking antibiotics, take it for only 3 days. Okay, in like 3 days, it is better. A disease or like the infection goes away. Okay. Or maximum the doctor increases the dose, either he will write a prescription for 3 days, or if you don't get better by 3 days, then 5 days. More than 5 days, we should never take antibiotics. Okay? More than 5 days, it is not advisable to take antibiotics. 3 days minimum. Then in 3 days, mostly we get better. But if not, then 5 days, a 5 day course. Okay? Because more will affect our body negatively. Because this is also bacteria. Okay. This is also bacteria. So if we take more than 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 10 days, no, we cannot do that. antibiotics because it will affect our body, it will harm our body from inside. Okay. Now, today, various kinds of antibiotic medicines.
5 day cycle or 6 day cycle, right? For antibiotics.
Yes, Abraham. Yes. 3 day cycle or a 5 day cycle for antibiotics.
And ma'am, I have a question.
Hmm.
Ma'am, then like whenever I'm sick, my mother gives me this tablet called Allegra. Does that contain antibiotics or not? Not like exactly sick, but when I'm like coughing and sneezing, mama gives me that
Okay. Um, some medicines are like for allergy. Okay, if we are getting like if we are coughing or sneezing, we take some particular tablets. Yes, they may contain a little amount of antibiotics, a little amount of this bacteria antibiotics. Okay, but they are like mainly also for this thing to like for the allergy. There is some like allergy something we take it.
thank
Okay.
you, ma'am. Ma'am, can you show also on antibiotic medicines?
Show you some antibiotic medicines.
No, ma'am, can
Okay,
you show us a video about them?
a video about them. Okay, we will do a video about them once we finish with this topic till purity. Okay, let's do this topic and then we'll see. Where is here? Hmm. So today, various kinds of antibiotic medicines are prepared by fungi and bacteria. Tetracycline and erythromycin are general purpose antibiotics. Okay, tetracycline and erythromycin, okay, are general purpose antibiotics. They are used, which are themselves made up of bacteria and fungi. Usually, what we take here is an antibiotic named azithromycin. Okay, have you heard that? An antibiotic called azithromycin. Take it with when you're having like cold and fever. So that is what we take here, which is also an antibiotic. Penicillin is a very famous antibiotic. They are used, which are themselves made up of bacteria and fungi. Now, there was a scientist named Alexander Fleming who was researching on bacteria in 1929. He discovered that one type of fungi was penicillin. Because of this, fungi was named penicillin. Okay? The fungi was named penicillin or penicillin. Then antibiotics are also used to save birds from diseases. Antibiotics are used in their food so that they are saved from diseases. In the same way, plants and trees are also given antibiotics to stop diseases. Okay. Then we have injection. We know that injection saves us from many diseases. Let us learn now what an injection is and how it works. Some microorganisms are born diseases. These are known as microbes. Okay? These are known as microbes. And born diseases means that it is the nature of some microorganisms, okay, that they are disease causing. Okay, it is the nature of some microorganisms that they are the disease causing microorganisms. All right. So those are called microbes. Those microorganisms which are born diseases, they are called microbes. When these microbes enter our body, yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, did you know that there are synthetic antibiotics even?
Synthetic antibiotics. I think I've heard about it, Abraham. Synthetic
Ma'am,
antibiotics.
also know that ma'am, antibiotics don't cure all. Like if there's a if the disease is caused by a virus, then if you give an antibiotic, it won't help.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, because it will cure the diseases caused by bacteria. Okay, but for virus, the different treatment is for virus. This is given. Um, Forgetting the name. Vaccines. Vaccines are given for virus that have the like antivirus things
Vaccine was supposed to be given to prevent the virus.
to prevent the virus. Yes, vaccines are given to prevent the virus, and different treatment is given to cure the virus. But antibiotics for the bacteria, the disease caused by bacteria. Now, again, when these microbes enter the body, then our body offers some resistance, and this resistance fights the microbes to save our body. If resistance wins, then we don't fall ill. Moreover, body remembers how it fought the microbe if it entered human body again. In the same way, injection also saves human body. If dead or non-active microbes enter human body, then these are destroyed by resistance power of our body. Okay, which cells are responsible to fight against diseases inside our body? Which blood cells are responsible to fight with the disease causing bacteria inside our body or the disease inside our body? White blood cells. Okay? White blood cells. Remember, I taught you all when I was doing the composition of blood in the previous lessons. There are three components: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets, okay, or plasma. And the white blood cells are the protectors of a body, okay, from the inside. They fight the disease causing the diseases and the disease causing microbes. Okay, white blood cells do that. So this is like the resistance our body, the cells fight from inside. Okay, and our body shows resistance to it. If they win, if these things win, then we'll not fall ill. But if they don't, then we will fall ill. Okay? If we don't fall ill, then also they all remember that when it happens next time, how will our body protect? Okay, or how will they fight them? Yes, Abraham.
Is that what they tried to do with the COVID-19 even?
The COVID-19 even, yes, they fight, okay, our body fight against it. But the COVID-19 virus was very like I think it was a strong virus and easily like spreading
No,
inside
ma'am.
us too.
Like my father, like anybody my father, like most of the people when they took the vaccine, like they were feeling a little ill. It didn't help them.
They were feeling a little.
Yeah, it didn't help them at all.
I didn't understand Abraham. Tell me again.
Like most of the people who took the COVID-19 vaccine,
Mhm.
they like they were feeling not a little ill, but a little not like how do you say they started to feel something's not wrong happening in their body.
Mhm. Some people who took the vaccine, they didn't feel normal. Yes, it happened because maybe like the vaccine it didn't suit some people. Okay, and some people were like feeling. I've heard about this, Abraham, that vaccine. Some people who took the vaccine, they were not feeling very normal. They're feeling a little like out of it, a little something. I took the vaccine, but for me it was like normal. I didn't feel anything though. The first and the second doses. Not my family, but we heard about things that this happened that time.
My father's friend took the vaccine and he only got COVID-19.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, first the resistance is there in the body, in our body. Our body fights back, but mostly because it affects our immunity. It affects the power of this fighting power of our body. We like start to fall ill. Okay, like first it's like cold, cough, and fever. When our body becomes weak, if it starts to become weak, then the virus's effect will be more, and it will like spread more, and we'll be like weaker, much weaker, because of the virus that is inside us, and because the body is not able to resist anymore. So the treatments are given according to it. If it's a bacteria, antibiotics. Okay, virus. In case of virus, immunity boosters, medicines are given. Medicines are given, injections are given to build up immunity so that our body can fight back, so that our body can resist the viruses. Okay, now,
Um,
mhm.
are there any injections given for dengue or malaria?
Are there any injections given for dengue or malaria? There must be injections given for them. You have to like look up what injections are given for dengue and malaria. Are they like antibodies, okay, or immunity? What kind of injections are given? You need to look it up. I don't know exactly. I didn't get an injection when I had dengue. I didn't get an injection. I got a course for I think 5 days medicines, and then I was like good after that. So look it up if like they have injections for that. Now, injections also save human body from microbes because dead microbes are injected in human body through injection, and body gets resistance power to secure it from diseases. Diseases like cholera, dehydration, smallpox, tuberculosis, typhoid, etc. can be stopped by injection. Injections given for all of these. Okay. Sometimes dead microbes are like put into our body by an injection. Okay. So that it can like it so that our body can get resistance power. Various injections are given to children since birth, like polio, tetanus, measles. Okay. They save us
Ma'am,
from, yes.
in dengue has no specific injection, and malaria also is not treated to a single injection. It's treated to various, but there are some injections for prevention of dengue, such as dengvasia and duodenum.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, the children, since birth, they are given injections or vaccines, vaccination, so that they are like when they grow up, their body can resist certain diseases, and they can be saved from certain diseases such as polio, tetanus, measles, and all. Therefore, it is necessary to get injection in children at proper time. Even to our pet animals, dogs and cats also, vaccination is given to them so that if they it might be that if they bite anybody or if they scratch anybody, it will not be like you will not get any, so that you don't get an infection because of their bite or their scratch. Okay, because are diseases that are spread caused by a dog bite, okay, or cat bite or their scratches. Okay. So even dogs and cats vaccinations are given, and little babies also vaccinations are given. Now,
Ma'am, once my
hmm
sister was playing with the cat. The cat scratched her and on her finger, and then
hmm
she asked about a vaccine. I think a
she
vaccine
got
or two.
she got a vaccine, right? Yes, that is to prevent any infection from the cat scratch. Okay. I was like recently, I heard in my family somebody in my family they were talking about somebody who got like a dog bite for 1 month, no symptom, nothing. But after 1 month, they started going crazy. I don't know, like acting maybe like the dog's effect was coming in that person. So, like, just heard about it, don't know the whole story or how she's like now. But yes, she's it's a bad effect on her of the
Ma'am,
dog bite.
the cat,
Mm-hmm.
the cats who are vaccinated, one of their ears will be clipped.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be like a small curve.
Okay. Yeah. Cats are vaccinated, and if you get like bite or scratch, you will be given a vaccine or you will be given an injection for it. Okay, so that it doesn't spread and all. Now, no terms from health center or Asha NG which injections or vaccines are given to children. Smallpox is eradicated from the world by means of injections, and polio is now also eradicated by the campaign. Okay, before there were a lot of risk of these two things, smallpox and this polio. Okay, but from like the children get some months older, they start giving them vaccination in the form of drops. In like in every 6 months or in every 1 year, you have to take your child for vaccination of for polio and smallpox. It is compulsory. So now, when children grow up, they do not have polio or smallpox. They are protected against them because they have been given those vaccinations. Okay? Now, government organizes program for polio drops given to the child as a form of polio drops and injection. Oral drops means they open the child's mouth and then they put the polio drops in the mouth of the small child. Okay, this is a program from the government. It is like initiated by the government. Now, the scientist named Edward Jenner discovered the injection of smallpox in 1798. Okay, this is Edward Jenner who discovered smallpox injection in 1798. Okay, now utility of microorganisms in agriculture. Some bacteria and weeds help in checking the amount of nitrogen in atmosphere.
Ma'am, I
Mhm.
have a question about the microorganisms. Are diseases like leprosy caused by microorganisms?
Are diseases like leprosy caused by microorganisms? Leprosy, maybe Abraham. I'm not very sure about it. I haven't checked this out before. So check it and tell me also that is like leprosy caused by microorganisms. And then what is agriculture? Agriculture is related to farming, okay? Growing crops, growing crops and plants and everything. And microorganisms help in that too. Some bacteria and bees help in checking the amount of nitrogen in the atmosphere. These bacteria and beads are of green-blue color and are found in soil. They change the dead plants and organisms into nitrogen compounds. Some bacteria and beads change the dead plants and organisms into nitrogen compounds. Okay, and then some bacteria will change this nitrogen compound to nitrogen gas. Okay, nitrogen compound to nitrogen gas, and then the nitrogen gas will be released in the atmosphere, which will balance the amount of nitrogen in the atmosphere. So this is how it helps in maintaining the nitrogen amount or the nitrogen in the air, in the environment. Okay, did you check?
Yes, ma'am. It is caused by some bacteria.
It is caused by some bacteria. Mhm.
Just trying to copy paste it, ma'am. It's not happening.
Okay, it's okay. It's not happening, no problem. In this way, microorganisms also decompose leaves, fruits, and vegetables into compost. And this compost is helpful in like is helpful for the plants to gain like better nutrition. This helps in making environment pure and also makes the soil fertile. Okay? Makes the soil fertile, makes the environment clean because microorganisms decompose the things into compost. Okay. What happens is that we have dead plants and animals, dead organisms. They are converted into nitrogen compounds, nitrogen compounds, which is converted into nitrogen gas, nitrogen gas, which is released in the atmosphere. Okay, which is released in the atmosphere, and it this balances amount of nitrogen in it, nitrogen in the air. Here, it is done by bacteria and bees, bacteria and bees. Okay, and here also bacteria does it. Okay, and this dead organisms are changed into compost, which is also good for soil. Okay, understood now. This is the whole process. Okay, this is the whole process. It works as a cycle. Okay, and it is called nitrogen cycle. Okay, the whole process is known as nitrogen cycle. All right, this is natural. This happens naturally in the environment. This cycle happens naturally in the environment. Nitrogen cycle, like the land breeze and sea breeze cycle. This breeze is going here, that breeze is coming here. That is also happening naturally. Same way, nitrogen cycle also happens naturally in the environment. Then we have purity of environment. You must have seen the dead bodies of organisms in a few days. The reason behind this is that microorganisms decompose them into simple items and they're used by other plants and organisms, okay, for like nutrition, you know, um, bacteria, fungi, they attach themselves to it and then they break it down, they break that down, the plants and animals, and then they remains they're totally broken down and then they are mixed with the soil. So the soil becomes more nutritious and more fertile, okay, and which is good for the plants. In this way, microorganisms finish off harming items, and this also makes the environment pure. And this also makes the environment clean once again. Okay, so this is the utility, the importance of microorganisms. Okay, benefits of microorganisms. This is important. Okay, five we saw microorganisms benefit in food, in business, in medicine, in injections, and in agriculture. Okay, you can also add another point. Yes, in purity of environment, in keeping the environment clean. Okay, okay. Shall we see the video tomorrow, Abraham? Okay, we'll see the video tomorrow in tomorrow's class. 2 minute break for you all, and then we'll start with math class. Okay, let's begin.
Ma'am, did you get my math test?
No, Abraham, I haven't.
Okay, ma'am, I'll send it to you.
I received your paper. I got it, but it is not checked yet. I need to check the maths test. Okay. Okay. Okay, turning your videos, please, all of you. Hello, Joshua, Anna.
Hello, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Hi,
Good,
ma'am. Good morning.
good
Sorry I
morning.
was a little late for science class.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
slept in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's a Canna. Shanna, every day we are having like the classes there every day. Okay, so you shouldn't have to confirm it with me all every day. Okay, classes there every day. Only just those days when I drop the message in the group that today I will not take class or today class will not be there. Only that time class is not there. Okay, else every day we are having classes. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so you can always log in at 7:40. Okay. Now, Abraham, Emma, Anna, videos on, please. All of you. Joshua's homework also I received, but I'll check it. Okay, Joshua.
Ma'am, I just sent the exam of the science just after class.
Okay, Emma. Okay, today is the last day for y'all, and Anna and Emma to send the maths paper. Send me videos. Okay, Abraham, you have some doubts from the seventh chapter, ratio and proportion with the decimal questions. It's the decimal and fraction questions, right? So we will see them quickly.
Because normally ratio is not given in decimal or fractions.
Yes, yes,
It's
Abraham.
in this form.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Abraham, that is true. Ratio is not normally given in fraction or decimal. Okay, it is normally just simple numbers. So
And you
about
can
this question,
write
yes.
a ratio in a fraction, ma'am. But then the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, ma'am, you will need one fraction, not two.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Check out this question that we saw yesterday, 6.64 and 0.096. Okay. Now how to do it is first you do normal division. Okay. Normal division and divide 6.64 by 0.096. Okay. First is to normal division, divide 6.64 by 0.096. Okay. You will get 69.17. Okay. So it's gonna be approx 69.17 is to 1. But then you simplify both the numbers by, sorry, to simplify this, multiply both the numbers by 1000. Okay, so that we can eliminate the decimals.
Ma'am, so ma'am, can you just explain how you got 69.17?
How I got 69.17, you multiply, oh sorry, 1 second, Abraham. 69.17. Take 6.64, okay, and divide it by 0.096, okay, 0.096. Okay, you'll then get 69.17 by like just dividing it. Okay, divide it and you'll find 69.17. Okay. These questions are like you will not really get these kind of questions. Okay, you won't be getting these kind of questions.
Ma'am, the division will take almost like forever because of the numbers. Even if you have to find an equivalent division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be like it's gonna take time because like we have very different numbers and all the decimals and everything. Okay, so
So, ma'am, in the test, will there be any of these questions?
no, not like this one, 6.64 and 0.096, not like this one, but I'll discuss what can come in the test. Okay.
So maybe, ma'am, like decimal, but little easier to divide with,
Hmm.
like
A little easier to do.
0.5.
Yes, yes.
So, ma'am, you basically put the smaller number on top, right, and the bigger number down.
No, Abraham, the bigger number is on top here, and the smaller number is on the bottom, at the bottom. See, 0.096 is smaller than 6.64.
Yeah, ma'am. And
Yes.
so, ma'am, it will always be like that, right?
Yes, always a bigger number on top and smaller number on the bottom. Because we always divide the upper number, numerator, with the denominator. Yeah. In division, the number which is to be divided is written on top of the fraction, and the number with which we are dividing is written in the bottom of the fraction, the lower part of the fraction. Okay. If you multiply both by 100 to remove the decimal, you have 0.096 in 2000, which will give me 96. And if I do 6.64 in 2060, now now you divide, oh sorry, 664 0. Now you divide this thing 6640 by 96, and you will get, we will like simplify it more. Okay, 6640 by 96 is at 69.17. Okay, so either like you can do it by like this or like this.
Ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
so ma'am, basically we are finding another equal, another equal, yes, another equal calculation that will give us the same answer.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So either like you can do the above method, okay, that is dividing it, the whole thing with decimals, or you can get do the lower method, that is first you remove the decimal by multiplying both the numbers with 1000, okay, and then you divide it. The whole numbers that you will get, you divide them, you will get the same thing, 69.17. Okay, so this is like the simplest form. This is like here it is simplest form. You can write it either as 6640 6640 is to 96 or 69.17 is to 1. Okay, this is one way. If you want to like simplify it further, if you want to do it further, then you have to do prime factorization of 6640 and 96. Okay, like you can end it like this also. If you want to do further, you have to first do the prime factorization of
Why is to
6640.
why is to 1?
Y is to 1. Y is to 1 because we see it in like as a part of a whole, right? Remember in the like last question, the 7.6 we and 7.5 and 6 we considered it as one whole. Okay, and here it is decimal. Here it is in decimal. Okay, and we are like considering it as like the whole thing as one. Okay, that is why we have 69.17 is to 1 because it is part of one whole. One whole is the base. One is always the base. Okay, that is why 69.17 is to 1. Now, what you can do to do this, to simplify this further, to do it more, you can take prime factorization. Okay, and then the number that you will get at the end. Okay, that will divide both 6640 and 96. Okay, that will divide 6640 and 96. You will divide both of them with those numbers, and that will be your simplified ratio. Okay, so we can simplify this as much as we want. Okay, as much as we want. So first find the common factor of 6640 and 96. It is it's gonna be like both are divisible by 2. Okay, because both are even numbers. So with 2 also you can take 2 also you can do. Okay, do 6640 divided by 2. 6640 divided by 2 common factor and 96 divided by 2. So 6640 is how much? 3320. And 96 divided by 2 is how much? Forty-eight. So now your answer or your like more simplified form can be 332048. You can I think you can cancel it more and further simplify it. 3320 and 48. Let's try this out. 2 1 0 6 6 0 8 3 0 1 2 4 1 5 Not cancelling anymore. 415 is to 6 gonna be your ratio. Okay. 4155. 415 is to 6 is your ratio. Alright. Understood. Understood. See, I'll explain it once again. Once again, I will explain it. Okay. We have to find out the ratio of 6.64 and 0.096, which are both in decimal. Okay. So this step you can skip. Okay? This step you can skip. And you can directly come to here, multiplying by 1000, because like decimal division is gonna be tough. So don't do the upper step, but do the lower step. First make them normal numbers and then you divide them. Okay. Then you divide them. See, what we did is 0.096 we multiply both with 1000 to remove the decimal. Okay. 0.096 into 1000 is 96 and 6.64 into 1000 664 6640. Then you will divide them so you will get your decimal. Okay. Now 6640 and 96 when you have, like after this step also you can take this step to do like a deep simplification. Okay. You can erase this part. Do this step 6640 and 96. Check which number both are divisible with. So take that number, divide them until they are not dividing anymore, and what you'll be left with is gonna be your ratio. 415 is to 6. Okay. You can follow it like this. Okay. For it to be like easier for you guys, you can follow it in this manner. First, first multiply both with 1000. Okay. Points will be removed. Decimal is removed. Now think like 96 is also an even number. 6640 is also an even number. So divide both of them by same number 2. We divide both of them by the same number 2. Okay. So that it we can get two numbers. Okay. And then we cancel them. Joshua, do you know how to cancel? How to cancel up and down?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Sure. Like I have 48 divided by um 2. So how will I cancel? 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and 2 fours are 8 equals to 24. Do you know how to do this? Cancel up and down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that is what we did, canceling up and down here till we found out 415 is to 6. Abraham understood now.
Ma'am, I'm just going to use the multiplying by 1000 method.
Multiplying by 1000 method. I suggest you all use multiplying by 1000 method. Okay. It is easy. Multiplying by 1000 method and then dividing it by a common number and then obtaining the ratios. If they are still multiplying, still cancelling with each other, cancel and then find out the final ratio. Okay, find out the final ratio. Four one five is to 6. Okay. Okay, I like as I did kept solving, we kept discovering that here is how we are just simply gonna find it out. Okay. No need to do any prime factorization also. Okay. If you are taking a look at two numbers, and by looking, you can tell that Both the numbers are divisible with this, like 5, 5. They're ending in 5 and 5. Pick 5 divided by 5. Okay. And then that's going to be your ratio. That's it. If they're ending with 0, 0, pick 2 or pick 10. Okay. Pick 2 or pick 10. Cancel. And then you will have the final answer, the final ratio here.
Run a series.
Okay. Anna and Emma, tell any videos?
Ma'am, you can run a series of divisibility tests.
I can do a series on what?
You can run a series of divisibility tests for the number. Like
Yes.
first you can see whether it's even. Then you can see whether, so if it's even, then it will come in the table of 2 and also in the table of 4 and 8. It may come.
Yes, Abraham.
Then you can see if it's divisible by 3 by adding the numbers, and then if it's divisible by 3, it has a chance of coming in the table of 9. Then check for if it's if it's divisible by 3 and 2, it come in the table of 6.
Absolutely, Abraham. Good. We can do it.
Then the test for 5 and 10.
Yes, absolutely. We can do the divisibility test and check. Okay, that is true. We can do the divisibility test and check if it is happening or not. Okay. Now, one more question I will teach. I will have you all written this one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Suppose same question we will another decimal question we will do. I have to find the ratio of I have to find the ratio of 9.5 and 7.6. 9.5 and 7.6. Okay. First, remove the decimals. To remove decimals, I am going to multiply with 100. Multiply with 100. Okay. So I will have 9.5 into 100 and 7.6 into 100. How much? 950. How much? 760. Okay. 950 and 760. Now, both are ending with 0. So I can use 5 or I can use 10. Okay. So next step is divide both by a common fact by a common factor. So 9, I'm taking 10, you can also take 5 because like it will be easy to do with 10. Okay. And 950, sorry, 760 by 10. I have 95, 76. Now divide that. 95 and 76. Can they be divided? No. 95 and 76 cannot be divided. The ratio is going to be 95 is to 76. Okay. 95 is to 76. Another thing that you can do is you can divide by 100 or by 10. If you divide it by 10, the point will be removed like this. Okay. I'm showing it to you here in red. 9.5 by 10. Remove the point and becomes 95. And 7.6 by 10, you can also do it with 10 also. 76. You can do directly 95 by 76 equals to 95 is to 70. Your answer. Okay. Hope it is clear now. No issue in this one. In decimal. Yeah, easy. So this is the method. Whenever you have the decimal, remove the decimal by multiplying it with 10, 1,000 or 100. Okay. See, if it is like in the previous question, one point was the decimal of 100, one was the decimal of 1,000. So that time you can do like either you can take 100 or 1,000, but mostly the bigger one is taken. The bigger one is taken. Suppose I have a number that is 26.360 and another number that says that 24.80. Find the ratio. So what we will do is that, see, this has three decimal places. This has only two decimal places. Now what to do? To do 100 or 1,000, that time always take the bigger one. Okay, to remove the decimal, multiply with the bigger one. That is three decimal places mean three zeros, use 1,000. Okay, use 1,000 this time. Okay, if one is like and another example, take a look at another example. If you have one is 9.5 and another ratio is 76.8. Now find the ratio of 9.5 and 76.8. No, not 76.8. 7.68. Okay. So one decimal place and two decimal places. This is 10, this is 100. So that time you multiply them with both of them with 100. Okay. The bigger one. Yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, see, if the point is if the number is after is just after the decimal point, ma'am, we can just multiply, and there's no more number behind it. We can just multiply it by 10 instead of 100.
Yes, we can multiply it by just 10 instead of 100. Okay, not an issue. We multiply with 10, the point will be removed and you will get the whole number. Okay, understood this concept? Okay. Now quickly I'll also do the fraction with you, fraction ratio. When you are having two numbers in fraction, you have to find the ratio. Okay, that thing also I'll do with you. Let me know once you're written this thing.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, you're done. Okay, I'll share a new one. Hmm. Okay, now fraction one. Okay, see, when we have it like this, find the ratio of find the ratio of 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. Okay, 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. Usually, how we find out the ratio? We divide it. We divide 1 by 2 and 3 by 4. I explained you all that a fraction is in divide, when a fraction is in divide, and we have to solve it, how will we solve? How will we solve this thing? The lower fraction comes up and reciprocal. Okay. So it will become 1 by 2 multiplied by, it will turn to multiplication, and this 3 by 4 becomes 4 by 3. It's 3 by 4 becomes 4 by 3. Now you cancel 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. My fraction is 2 by 3. My ratio is 2 is to 3. Okay.
Okay,
2,
ma'am.
2 is to 3. Okay, very easy. You just have to do the reciprocal of one of the fractions, and then you will get the answer.
Yes, ma'am. It's very
Okay,
simple.
very simple. Yes, it is very simple. Now, okay,
Ma'am, give us one sum like this to solve.
okay, give you one sum like this to solve. Let me see and give you.
Ma'am, I don't think there'll be anyone in the book, ma'am, because I think that was all in the book.
That was all.
That was the only
Okay,
fraction one in the book.
okay. So, I'll give you from my side. Weights 12. Joshua's gonna tell me the ratio of this one. Okay, Joshua, solve it and tell me. Same method that we just learned.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ratio,
Joshua.
ratio is 4 raised to 5.
4 is to 5. Okay. Is the ratio 4 is to 5, Abraham?
Ma'am, yes.
Yes, ma'am.
The ratio answer is
Very
4
good.
raised to 5.
Okay. Very good, Joshua. Well done. What we did, 2 into 6, reciprocal, 12 into 5, 6 ones are 6 twos are 2 twos are 4 by 5. Okay, 4 is to 5. Ratio 4 is to 5. Well done, Joshua. Now, what if question like this comes? I'll show you. Okay, shall I clear the screen now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay. Okay, see, we have find the ratio of 8.5 and 34. This question is from the book 8.5 and 34. You can do two things. Okay. You can like convert it
Ma'am,
to
can I try solving this?
yes, Abraham, try solving it. Convert to decimals first. Joshua, what will be the decimal of 8.5? if I have to write 8.5 with using points, how will I write it?
Ma'am, is the answer 4:1?
4:1,
Wait,
1:4, Abraham.
1:4. Ma'am, can I say how I did it?
Sure.
Ma'am, I didn't convert it into decimal. So what I
Then you
did,
converted to,
I
yes.
I converted 34 into a fraction, added 1. Then because I did the reciprocal 1/34, and then I got, after doing the sum, I got 1:4.
Okay.
1
Correct, Abraham. Correct. So Abraham's method you can check out. It is also easy. See, first you convert, like both methods you can do. You can convert this to decimal also. You can convert this to improper fraction also. We will convert it to improper fraction. Multiply this two, multiply, and then add these two. Add these two. So 8 times 2, 16 plus 1, 17 by 2 divided by 34. Okay, so Abraham did 17 by 2 into 34 will go as denominator and 1 will come as numerator. This is what you did, Abraham.
Yes, ma'am. Then I cancelled 34 with 17, making it 1:2. 1 here and 2 there.
Cancel 17 and 34. Okay, 17 twos are. And then 1 into 1 is 1, 2 twos are 4. Okay, you can do it like this. And Joshua 8, the decimal of 8.5 is 8.5. Okay, 8.5. When you're like, when you want to say the half of something, it becomes 0.5 of it because 5 is half of something. Like if you see what is the half of 10, what is the half of 10? 5 is the half of 10. Okay, so if you are going to say like what is the half of 8.5, 8.5. You just put 0.5 to show half of something. Okay.
And I think we could convert all the decimals into fractions, ma'am, and then start solving them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. See, if you want to do with the decimal method, 8.5, we have and 34. So multiply both with the same number to eliminate the decimal. Okay. Multiply it with the same number to eliminate the decimal, 8.5 and 34. But it should be like 8.5 and 34 should both come in that table. Okay, should both come in that table. So we are taking 4 and 34. Point will be removed directly. You have 34 and 136. Now you can divide 34 and 136 by 4. 1 is to 4. This is the decimal method. If you want to do it like this also, you can do Abraham's method, like the fraction method also. It's the like same thing. Both methods are good. Okay, you can use any method.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so on when we are going to meet next time, that is tomorrow, I guess. Yes, tomorrow. When we're going to meet tomorrow, I'll show you the third question from the exercise. Like the points are there and then the x is there. How to find the value of x? One or two I'll show you. Okay. Question where you gotta find the value of x. And we can finish off this chapter tomorrow. Okay. Any other doubts?
Um, no,
Ask me
ma'am.
to.
No,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, then that's all for today. See
Bye,
y'all
ma'am.
tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
I just show up.
Bye, ma'am.
I am